Hello folks, I'm the Red, and this is the front gates of Hollywood Animal. Actually, it's the front gates of the Red Wolf Studios. I think that's what we named our studios. But we're playing Hollywood Animal. And last we left off, well, I think the main thing that's sticking in my mind is we had a bug. And a couple of actors we have here. Peter Holland and... who was the other one? Sally Neal. We can't seem to get them to work anymore. They just refuse to. As far as I can tell, they're also... we can't fire them or anything. So... they just seem to be... stuck. Like there's... I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. I looked around. I looked around on the forums. I looked around on the Steam forums. I tried to figure it out, and it doesn't seem like I didn't see any solution to the problem. I saw some people mentioning problems that may be similar, but especially the thing is Peter Holland here. He's one of our. He's got a Best Actor for the Sicilian Tiger. So it seems like he got his Pollux award. That's what they're called, right? He got his Pollux and then he just retired. Well, unfortunately, I didn't see anything I could do about it. Again, if you know a solution, if you've hit this problem yourself, if you have anything to say, go ahead and leave it in the comments. I'd be happy to hear, but I couldn't find anything. Other than that, Prohibition got ratified. Prohibition got repealed. The 21st Amendment got ratified, which repealed Prohibition. So, that was a whole thing. We also had some studios getting burned down by some people who were protesting violence. They protested violence by burning down studios. Protested violence in movies. So they protested fake violence by burning down studios. Let that sink in for a moment. Anyways, other than that, we also released Flat Bottom. Here it is. This was the movie that Coleman Graves wrote about his sister who... she invented flat-bottom paper bags, and when she tried to sell them, they got stolen, and then the guy that stole them had her institutionalized, and she's just, as far as he could tell, Coleman, her brother, just disappeared, like no way to find her. They just threw her in an institution, and that's it. Nothing we can do to help. During a meeting with reporters, Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives, Marcus Risley, raised the possibility of introducing censorship in Hollywood. No decision has been made yet. We can't simply repeal the First Amendment for one specific industry. Various options are currently being discussed. New setting, Arthurian legends. Maurice Fox. Let's see. Ooh. And soldiers. Okay. You two. Do we have any story ideas? Romance. Modern detective romance. Felix, that's your field. Maurice. I'm gonna have you run one more here. One more round of figuring out new ideas. The idiots in government never stop screwing over honest businessmen. I just laid my best competitor to rest. I just laid my last competitor to rest when those popinjays start letting everyone sell booze again. If the courts in this country worked fairly and not just according to the law, then I'd be due considerable compensation. Moral compensation. I'd love it. I do love it when things are moral. I also had to fuck around with the business registration. The lads and me almost fall to knives when it comes to the official name. We settled on the Doyle Family Company. You think it sounds respectable? Solid, but boring. Not as boring as your shitty movies. Come, Doyle. I mean, are you talking about Flat Bottom? It's drama. Like, it's a pure drama. I'm gonna grab another 6 of these watches. We're... no words needed here is waiting on having a better... one of our better editors free. I don't know who's working on what here, but we'll find out in a minute. We also, if I recall correctly, yes, have a $1 million loan out. So we're not touching our money. Joe Green, a public leader. This was the guy who was involved in the riots. He nominally put a stop to them after participating in burning down some theaters. I love Christmas. It was on this day, December 25th, 1917, that my arm was blown off by a German grenade. If it hadn't been for that, I'd probably be talking to you today as a partner or as a competitor. I was born to be a businessman. I take after my father and grandfather. They both made a killing, but they always gave back more than they got. But it was there, in a French trench, on a frosty Christmas morning, that I truly found myself, and truly found the Lord inside me. I realized who I was meant to be. A one-armed man is no good at raking in money, but he can point the way. I agree with those protesters in Montgomery, you know. Maybe not with their loudmouth leaders, but with the ordinary people, sure. Their hearts are in the right place. Yes, I stood against the riots, but not because I think they're immoral. I just think they'll be ineffective. Congressmen, businessmen, preachers. I'm fortunate enough to call some of the best of them my friends. But even so, they are doomed to squabble and fuss. That is their nature. It is their role. The newspapers may call me a mediator or a man of compromise, but in truth, I'm a little cricket on the hearth playing his fiddle. I'm just a little cricket on the hearth playing his fiddle. I was trying to figure out who was playing the fiddle there. It's the cricket. And when I finish this tune, I assure you, everyone will be in agreement. That will be my gift to you, to the film industry, and to America. Merry Christmas. You know, genuinely, I don't really like presents. Gifts, sure. Not presents. Flat bottom, yeah, we should have pumped up the amount of theaters where we're shoving it in. Let's set up distribution. It's running 65% at 7,000. Well, nothing's going to run here against it, and we're not renting out any of our theaters, so just take the rest of our theaters. Is Sherry Cask actually ready to go? Yeah. And so is Amber Tier. We have plenty of movies going, finished with production. Finishing with post-production too. Ooh. Didn't lose any commercial appeal, but did lose some artistic appeal. And, oh, Calvin Holmes, our post-production head. Go ahead, learn to speed up with... Use cash again. Yeah, this was our secondary team. On repeat, this was... I mean, it's not actually listed here, but with the name and with the theme of like an evil witch, a romance. I was just thinking this was kind of like maybe a Groundhog Day kind of movie. Experiencing the same thing over again. But, the detective on an, tropical island. I was going to say an evil island, but it's an evil witch on a tropical island. I'm going to go with this middle poster. I'm going to drop you here because it's going to be a little while before you get released anyways. And we've got plenty of money coming in now. And we've learned to kidnap people. You think it would be, you know, theoretically easy, but I guess, you know, what we're doing is we're getting our peoples to decide exactly how to do. Reliable cover. If a threat, beating, kidnapping, or murder results in a secret, its risk of leaking immediately decreases by 1 level. That would be nice if we were intending on doing it. Accelerated trainings. Secret keepers. I guess let's go with reliable cover. Do I want to spend money on this? I mean, we've got 4 million right now. I'm happy. We can spend... I mean, this takes off majority of a year. Tax amounts. 100,000 we'll be paying on our $1 million in profit. Let's go check the annual report. Our biggest expense, continuous ongoing expense, is just general staff and salaried employees. Secondary to that, cinema maintenance costs us a fair bit, but we're using those cinemas, so it's worth it. We are the 3rd biggest studio, biggest amount of cash on hand. Gerstein was 2nd on that list. I didn't notice that at first. We can't pay this back early. Why can I not pay taxes? There. Box office successes. Pyrrhic Victory, Smell of Metal, The Landlord were all box office successes. They made money. A significant amount of money. The 5th, 6th, and 9th most profitable movies overall. What was the most profitable? Was Does this not say Gerstein brothers? Everyone got one. Gerstein brothers got the third too. Critical acclaim. The Landlord and The Smell of Metal. Both were critically acclaimed. Landlord, was this the script? One of the scripts we wrote? I think so. Yeah. Nothing really significant about it. Just a nice dramatic comedy. With a fair bit of romance. And then The Smell of Metal was a more serious movie. No, much more comedic actually. Just didn't lacking the romance. A treasure hunt on a tropical island. And then fan favorites. Leaving the West from Evergreen was #1, but we did get both 2 and 3, including Stolen Hearts. Stolen Hearts, I believe, was one of the movies. I think we've done it with 2 different movies where I failed to give them enough screenings for the first week. And so honestly, that probably could have been higher. I don't know if this is affected by that, but maybe. Oh, got four of the top 10. Bruce Quinn, pre-production is leveling up. Sure, take another cash speed up. And everyone else is gonna get a nice little boost. And Anthony Campbell, this is for Smell of Metal, yeah? And now known for treasure hunts. And love triangles. What? Smell of Metal didn't have a love triangle. What else did you have in here? Stolen Hearts? Did this have a love triangle? Yeah, it did. It was a Wild West love triangle. The bandit and a damsel in distress. Some Stockholm syndrome with the bandit, I'm assuming. Calc screen here is through pre-production. I think we'd let that sit for a couple of days over. Ooh. Oh, very nice. 7.8. I think artistic appeal is falling, but I mean, we are a trash studio, right? Let's go ahead, put it into production. Double check that no one is... Well, Anthony, think the screen... Oh, but you're not working on it right now, so... I'm going to give you a second unit. Because you got a lot of... Why can't I think of words for it? A lot of on-location shooting. So we want to reduce the amount of time we do that. And we're going to give you a security guard because we'll give that to everyone. And search for the Silver Dagger is done with post-production. This is going to fall in value a little bit. But yeah, it's to be expected. We still need to work on our post-production qualities. And what was this movie? Detective thriller. Under the serial killer. There's a femme fatale. This was one of the scripts we bought. The antagonist gets killed in the end. I'm gonna go with this. I just like this poster better. You're also not going to get released for a little bit. I'm inclined to start a new project, not with this script. In fact, I think this script is now below our threshold of things we even care to hold on to. But it's got a charismatic criminal, which is something we haven't done before. It's got a struggle for a better life, which we have done a lot of, but you know what? I'm gonna shelve it. And I'm gonna say our writer that just came up, right? D'Ambrosio, historical romance writer. If I check the trash thing, we haven't gotten anyone that's... We haven't gotten any recipes that we can use yet. So let's throw you finding another one. Ring on every finger. I'm gonna say let's repeat that with the script doctor. Can we buy any more good scripts here? I believe we have a bunch of women who are not working. So we want a script with female roles, but we're not getting any. Oh, no words needed. You need to go into post. It's been a hot minute since I've played. This is my return to. The last gifts we gave you were in 32, so you should be fine taking a couple of things right now. Billy Reed, what about you? Again, last time we gave you gifts was in 32, so take a couple of things to buy you a little loyalty. We're gonna use the best of everything we have. And between me and the devil only, done with pre-production. Again, 7.0. That's becoming our sort of new starting point for a lot of things. And then you can go take your security guard. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a saint unit also. And go ahead and start. We've had enough movies here that I think we might want to start pushing them closer together. Rather than having them all 8 weeks apart, we might want to go 6 weeks apart. This is hard on your sleeve, getting up to 6 point all around for after filming. Alma's starring role here. Do any of you need the rap party? I don't think so. So let's just start on post. Brenda, Earl, you need something to work on. No words needed. Yeah, you were a 7.5. This is a 6.0. I don't see. Well, okay, 6.2 on the script. Oh, the numbers are down here. Yeah. The Flat Bottom's through its second 4-week period. We're gonna get rated again. Let's place this in deposit box. Lend to a museum. Lend to cigar club. Police raid will begin in just over a week. Sherry Cask is gonna go ahead and release. We can. Ooh, you're down to 18%. I mean, that's making us like 120, but like, I'm not gonna rent theaters for this. Flat Bottom gets the standard, the same as everyone else right now, but we're definitely looking at having to reconsider how we do our releases. Billy Hubbard, you were a producer on Flat Bottom. The producer of Flat Bottom. We don't have multiple producers yet. Producers can work on multiple films, but multiple producers can't work on the same film. I think we're researching letting multiple producers working on the same film. In any case, you produced Flat Bottom for us. You produced the Sicilian Tiger. What? The American... Wasn't this another one of our big movies? Yeah, this was the one... This was the one that... This is an award-winning movie, isn't it? Or no. Peter Holland was just a star in this. It was the Sicilian Tiger that he won the... Peter Holland was also the protagonist in Sicilian Tiger. Between Me and the Devil Only? Oh, this is a Gerstein Brothers. We're working on we have another film being produced with that same exact name, which is why I was like, wait, what? But, yeah, you're definitely getting rehired, right? Or how many stars? You're a 8.7 star producer? Yeah, we're not letting you go. 3 years. What do you want? Not much. There you go. Take it. And then the cherry cast will click over here by itself automatically. The Bone Grinder. Like Jesus on Golgotha, the brave souls who created this masterpiece will be crucified by the bleak masses of feeble-minded Philistines. A movie no decent woman should watch. From Southern Night. From Fun Times. After I saw it, I felt like I should get a refund for my ticket. Joanne Spencer carried the whole cast on her back. Let's hope the rest of them picked up some acting pointers. Actually, we're going to be clicking through here anyways. All of our department heads, of course, learned a little bit of something from it. They always do. Will Doyle's one of our premier directors. He's Captain Stars. Maurice Fox is the new hire we have. Joanne Spencer, playing the corrupt official, is the one that apparently carried the film. At least according to one reviewer. Although Charlie Graham and Pete Hodges are really good actors. Spent over $1 million total on it. And corrupt officials are now stale. Maine. Going stale. Okay. So we don't want this. The amber tier. Well, let's see how Sherry casts. Pollux, 1934. It's time to choose which films you'll nominate. So Okay, we get one for free out of all of these no matter what, and it's going to be flat. Wait, hold on. This is for best film. It's flat bottom. Easily. Artistic appeal. That's what we're looking at here, I'm willing to bet. Popular appeal, can't hurt. Stolen Hearts wouldn't be a bad choice, but artistic appeal is the real thing. Best cinematography. Let me go. Who's our cinematographer? Jasper Day, a 7.7. Stolen Hearts. Cinematographer is Thomas Morris, 5.5. Do I want to check all of these? Thomas, cinematographer there. Landlord, Cornelius Wells. To the Very Edge, Thomas Morris again. Wow, he's just prolific for us. Jasper Day also did Pyrrhic Victory, but action comedy adventure. This is just a better Flat Bottom. It's just a better movie, right? Best actor. Smell of Mouse. Okay, Stolen Hearts was Henry. No, that's the screenwriter. Pete Hodges played the lead, the protagonist, the cowboy. Smell of Metals. Pete Hodges played a hopeless romantic. Hodges, what are you known for? You're known for being a criminal mastermind. Pyrrhic Victory was Charlie playing a detective. And then the landlord was Bob Gray playing a working man. I'm thinking maybe actually Bob Gray playing a working man here and the landlord. This was mostly drama. Dramatic comedy, romance. Yeah, let's go with that. Best actress is going to be between Joanne Spencer playing a daring adventurer in To the Very Edge and May Lowe playing an ambitious woman, Graves. Cecilia Graves? Am I getting that name right? It's purely from memory. But I know the last name Graves because Coleman Graves is the writer. We're definitely going to go that direction, yeah? Best director. Let's check the director on these. Jasper Henry. Yeah, we're definitely going to go Flat Bottom. Flat Bottom's the good one, the top one. Best screenplay, Flat Bottom, not even close. And additional promotion would cost us more influence than we have. So that's just what we're putting on the block. We're going to also get these in a Pine Speakeasy and finish our stuff here. All his defeats. This is apparently a very good script. Talented writer Coleman Graves will, for a modest fee, carefully study the script and tell you how well its elements fit together. Oh, okay. Only charges three. Is that literally only? Oh, it's $350 cash. Never mind. I thought it was like $350 general studio counts, but $350 cash. I mean, we're piling in cash now. Criminal mastermind and generational conflicts don't fit together. So Detective in the Modern City is the only good thing about this script, like, structurally. But it's actually a decent enough script otherwise, so yeah, send it to the script doctor. We need a way to start generating influence. Which, the mayor, doesn't he give us influence if we go to his parties? Police again, didn't find anything. I'm hitting the wrong buttons here. Rental figure, city siege, and long journey will make something. Here's the Pollux. So best film, we're one of the 3 on that. So wait, all of our things did get on their respective spots. Best cinematographer, actress, director, screenplay. Okay. Jasper Henry, now established as a dramatic director. I mean, Flat Bottom was pure drama. Also, Struggle for a Better Life, Social Rejection, and From Small Town to Big Time. He is going to be... Apparently, Jasper Henry is just perpetually known as the director to Flat Bottom now. We've been nominated for this year's Pollux Awards. You can personally appear at the ceremony, support our stars, shake the right hands, and show the world you're not here by chance. Alternatively, you could leave the swagger to the participants and demonstrate you're above their pompous speeches. We'll attend the ceremony like gentlemen. Like gentle people. Yeah. I don't see a reason not to attend right now. Ring on every finger. We're going to... Yeah, we're going to throw this back in. And that did that did earn us a ton of influence. Diplomatic refusal, new script. Not a very good one. Can you tell us why evil monster and unrequited love don't fit together? Although there being unrequited love in a romance makes sense. Otherwise, a lot of man combinations. I'm gonna shelve this. We might have to purge our thing again. We do have writers free. 1, 2 writers, 3 writers free. Let's get an idea or 2 going. We've got an action with a hopeless romantic in modern America. So hold on. Action, modern America. So we don't want to get the historical guy. Boone, you got it. And we've got an adventure with a cowboy in a city. A adventure, neither of you are adventure. Wilfred, this kind of seems like a comedy. Which leaves Terry, historical action. I'm thinking our actors, again, we have a bunch of women who just don't have anything to do right now. So I kind of want to write a script for us. How do I do that again? Story workshop here. I know that's probably not the only way to get to it. I think there are a couple of different ways. I'll think of the name after I write it. Although, again, what's our genre? Historical action. Story workshop. Historical action. Action. Historical action. Let's make it mostly action, a little bit of history, let's say put it Wild West. We're still trying to be cheap here because we still need $1 million to pay off ambitious women, or let's go with a wayward soul. The antagonist. Square enforcer. Let's put a femme fatale in it. And a mentor and a rival. Let's go. Let's make it a drama. Let's add drama. And then we want, I mean, it's a Western. Let's add a shootout. Generational conflict. If we're doing generational conflict, let's change out that rival for a strict parent. All woman cast. Terry. Oh, I was about to go back to change it to see what we've got, but we've got everything written down here. Wild West women. There we go. And the Pollux should be coming up here in just a moment. An anonymous source at Gerstein Brothers told the U.S. Post that the studio's management is currently discussing the details of the so-called code with government regulators and religious activists. We're hearing that the code, developed by social activist Joe Green, lists topics, events, and characters that aren't allowed to appear in American cinema. According to political commentator Timothy Schubert, the code is Hollywood's response to the recent outrage of conservative America. The studios are agreeing to impose restrictions on themselves before the government does it for them. Protagonists pulled back in. Let's finish that. Obviously no ideas, but Joe, let's can I buy you a little more loyalty? It's not been that long, but maybe long enough for me to still give you some things and say, give us another story idea. Okay. Homer Jones, I mean, go repeat your training. And since I'm having you do that, what I'm gonna go, not this, it's a crown here. Friend Carpenter, let's go to one of your parties. That'll pay for his training in influence. The cash is not so much of a problem for us. And let's consider which of these is going to come out next. Sherry Cask, 15,000 screenings. You had 95% attendance. So that seems to be our new sort of standing point, is 15,000 screenings. I really shouldn't, but we are about to get in another influx of money from Sherry Cast. So I'm gonna buy another 15 theaters, get us standing at 8,000 screenings. And on repeat, I think you're going to be the one. Amber Tier is not it. I said, on Memorial Day we don't have anything for. I said do this a week earlier than expected. You're also going to start. Okay, if it's 15,000 minus 8, 7,000 additional screenings. Then let's say, okay, I can back out here. Sherry Cask, your next screenings were 10,000. You had 85%. Let's just call it 90% of 10,000 is 9,000 screenings. We was on repeat. So let's buy you 1,000 screenings there, and then the rest is just as is. Irvine, you will print this for us. Organize everything again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks early, 4 weeks after. That will leave something to open on the 4th of July. This is a boys movie, not for young women though. I mean, it's got only a tiny bit of romance. Mostly an adventure movie. It's not a very smart movie. Let's go boys. Let's get these billboards. Newspapers and Spark. Publishing house produces the most widely circulated newspapers in America, yeah, and the Ross brothers, thanks to business acting, bought up billboards along the busiest roads in the country. Yeah, I think that's good. These are both intelligence, and neither of these are intelligence. This is directed at young women, literally the group we expect us to do worst with. And this is for all the older audiences, and we're saying young boys, so I'm guessing not older audiences. Let's apply this. And confirm. There we go. That's our first one where we're no longer going to be on that 8-week cycle. Heart on your sleeve. Is done in post. This was our secondary team working on this. I learned from it. This and this poster are the same. Daring Adventure, Square Enforcer, Winning the Beloved. Nothing really to this movie. So let's go with the one that seems to be faded. And you're not going to come out for a little while. So put you there. And go ahead and pause here. Because we'll go to the Pollux next time. If you've enjoyed this Let's Play so far, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to see more, if you want to see if we win any Pollux Awards next time, because I'm sure they'll be coming up fairly soon. I don't know what day they actually come up. Is it the same time as the real life awards do? Did that time ever change in real life? I really don't know any of that. I don't even know when they really do come in real life, so your guess is as good as mine. Your guess may be even better than mine. In any case, as I said, if you've enjoyed it, like, comment, subscribe. It really keeps me motivated, you know, just seeing the channel grow. It's fun. I enjoy it. I read it. I'm still small enough channel that I read every single comment I get, even if I don't respond to every single one, because sometimes I just, you know, don't know what to respond. But I'll see you next time when we will continue playing Hollywood Animal.